Welcome back everyone, and this is the review on the Lost Dutchman Big Finn. Hello everyone, welcome back to another review. This is quite an old wallet. This is the Lost Dutchman Big Finn, which I bought I think maybe a year ago, could possibly 2 years ago. It's finished in black with red stitching. As I said, it is maybe 2 years old now, so the stitching is starting to get a bit dirtier and stuff. I have loaded up my this wallet with some stuff in there. It's just a quick review. Yeah, so 2 years I've owned this wallet. Absolutely love it. To be fair, because it's quite a small form factor, it can really hold a lot of stuff. Stuff I was putting in here that, didn't really need to carry, but because I had the room, I did. Like I used to carry a spare, like wet wipes and stuff like that. Lottery tickets, extra cards, business cards, as well as my own 10 cards that I carry. So on the back here we have we have a quick access slot that I keep 2 cards in, which are most used ones. Just a bit of branding there. This is a tug flap closure, and you got a strap there to hold the lid down. I did have my name, my nickname engraved on there as well. It's just a nice little personal touch. So what I like about these wallets is you can keep your cash in flat and it'll sort of like fold over. Then I have been using for the last couple of days is this, where beautiful wallet, absolutely love these. But you got to fold your cash in half to get it in. Now, if you don't really carry cash and you carry maybe 10-20 quid, it is okay, but if you're carrying 50 to 100, or say you go to a car boot sale or something, and obviously cash is king there, you will struggle, as folding notes are going to be a lot thicker and they will start pushing this flap out and it will start to bow. Now with this, I've got 10 cards in here, as well as a whole week's worth of lottery tickets and about £30 in there as well. And it's still pretty, thin. I mean, you compare that to my thumb, it's actually smaller than my thumb, and it carries that, and it's quite a sturdy wallet as well. Really highly recommend it. I think this is probably my first proper handmade leather wallet. And Lost Dutchman, like I said, I've bought a couple of their stuff now, and it's never failed to impress me. So I do have the Big Finn, and last week this came, which I had been using, and I was a bit on the fence with this one when I first took it out of the box. Just thinking, oh, it's a lot smaller than the Big Finn. Obviously this is a stitchless wallet as well, but you know what, as a week's gone on, I've really enjoyed using this and I have really warmed up to it. This MT is quite sturdy, with the stitching and stuff. This one's quite flimsy, and as I said, it does feel like it's gonna just unravel, and it won't, but it just feels like that until you've filled it up, and it feels quite nice, even to, I don't know, I've got a thing of block pressing wallets like that when it's filled, just really satisfying, and spinning them and using it as a fidget spinner, and as well as like fresh leather as well, picking them up and smelling them. So you can carry quite a lot of it in here. So going back to here, so I put my 2 most used cards on the back. Try to do this one-handed. So at the front here, you got a pocket where that's like my second most used cards. Then you got like a divider in the middle there, and then on the back is like the cards I don't really use, like your loyalty cards. As I said, I've got my week's worth of lottery tickets there, which I folded up, and then my banknotes, and it just fits it really tidy. And what I like about this wallet is, as well, so at the minute it feels quite tight to get stuff out, but if you was to squeeze it like that, and it'll make getting cards out a lot easier, and you know, easy to access and stuff. So, and as I said, a year later, and it's still, you know, looking quite fresh. There is a few little marks on there, but you know what, it adds character. But still, you know, you wouldn't think it's like nearly a year, 2 years old. It's still, you know, held up really nice. I mean, the threading's a little bit dirty, but you know, that's no fault of the wallet. Yeah, and I think the colour combo is really nice as well. Black. I have started venturing out with colours of wallets, like as you've seen in one of the videos. I've got this a saddle tan colour, but I did buy another black one, again with black and orange, and then with the orange divider in there, and then obviously you got the black and red. It looks classy, and black I think you can wear with any outfit, and it comes any situation. It just looks very nice and elegant and clean. Would I recommend this? Yes, I would. It is pricey, but I can't remember how much I paid. I think it was just over £100. But you know what? I highly recommend this. This is probably the best Lost Dutchman wallet that I own. As I said, I only own two at the minute. I am looking at the Cash Fin, and I sort of do want that in olive green like this. But yeah, at the minute, I would really highly recommend this. It is such a lovely wallet. Guys, that was just a quick little review and overview of my Lost Dutchman Big Finn. As I said, I do wallet reviews. Not just wallets, I will be doing other reviews as well. I find them quite fun to do. And yeah, if I can try and like be with other like-minded people that are into the same stuff as me. I know like wallet collecting is quite niche. So yeah, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Or if there's any other wallets or brands that you think that I might have an interest in looking at, please drop a comment down below and I'll be sure to check it out. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching.